Hi guys, as promised, I've got my beautiful old gal out. I've pulled her out. She lives in that cubby hole there at the back. Yeah, so I thought I'd pull her out and do my tags. I've done a few. She seems to be working perfect, so I'm really chuffed. Ideal. The thing is, you can pull this machine out. I haven't used it for, crikey, probably a month or so, but I've just come on just, and it's perfect. So yeah, all well and good. So yeah, we'll do these. We'll crack on and so. It's quiet, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too noisy because it's quite late here. It's 12:30 at night. I'm in my living room, guys, because I've moved my desk. Say hello to the cats. He's asleep, look, and he's asleep as well. The other one's behind me. She's on a different chair. So what I'm going to do is pop this back on the tripod, and then we'll zoom out a little bit. I might not have to zoom out, to be fair. You have to excuse the noise while it's clipping on. Right, so let's see if this is going to work. I need to just focus it. Good. Have we got too much of a glare there going on? I'll just pop that there. So there, that one's done. It's going to do a few. I'm not going to do loads. Just come on and do a little zoom round. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move this. I stabbed myself because I've got my big needles, and while I was across here, I was catching my arm on it. This is like like I said, it's in the background. It's ideal because this is a hat pin. So that's for like poking, doing some pokey holes. I've got my big needles for doing my journals. And also I've got these little pins as well. I thought I'd tell you about these. These are ideal for like poking in your holes. When you're making your holes, pop that one in to keep them all together. Right before you put your stitching through. Yeah, Mr. L, look, and he's got my little thing made for you by Panache. That was when I had my own little sewing company. Panache was my name. It was Panache Vintage Wear because it was clothes, and it's my mum and dad's surname, Penn and Nash. Thought I'd just tell you that. A little bit of information for you. Yeah, this is therapeutic to me. It's nice and quiet. I think if I was running a machine this late at night, it would be a bit loud. But this is real quiet, and you can go slow. Nice and easy does it around the corners. It probably needs a bit of oil, to be fair, because it is making a bit of a clunk. But I'll tell you what, I think this is from 1925, I think. My brother looked it up. My brother gave me this. He sources these things out for me. Bless him. He got me a treadle one, but the treadle one was one of these where you've got to learn to do your feet like this. I got the hang of it, but even when you take your feet off the treadle, it carries on sewing. So if you're doing something like this, it's not very good. So yeah, but this is my baby. Apart from the other machines, of course, me sewing machines that I do the clothes on. But that's something I'm not sort of doing at the moment. I will get back into it. It's something I love. And I will get back. It's just going to take me a while to sort of get the strength and the motivation up to get, to build up again to do it, I suppose. At the moment, I do struggle. I'm struggling a bit with my joints at the moment. I've always had bad joints and bone trouble. But, I think it's sitting around doing nothing. It ain't done me no favours. It's made me worse. Yeah, I like that. I like the finish. I like the gold. It's jean thread. What you sew your jeans with. So yeah, these are going to look lovely when they're all done. I'm not going to do them all, folks. I'm just going to do a few. Let's have a look. I'm going to go through a couple of these, I think, because these are a bit thinner to go through, so it might not make as much noise because it's not as thick. Because I think with the needles, they do tend to clonk a bit when they go through the colour glue because it's quite thick. Yeah, it's still the same, but I don't feel any resistance. Because I'm doing it by hand, I can feel if there's any tension with the needle going in. You know, it's a bit harder to push, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is good. And it's something, I think, once you get the hang of it, working one-handed, you know, you can guide your work through, you know, because obviously you'd be using both hands normally, wouldn't you, if you're using a treadle. But I think once you get the hang of it, especially if you're only doing these sort of things, you know, you can do it by hand, you can do it easy. I have done a bit of like wibbly wobbly sewing, you know, what they call it, free flow. But I do that on, I have done it on my embroidery machine, and I sort of, it was good because I dropped the feeds and I could just do this with the card. You can go backwards, forwards, all directions, all different directions, because the feed dogs push your work through this way. So a call, well, it pushes it back and your stitching comes forward. But when you haven't got the feed dogs up, it's these little gritty things on the bottom. When the feed dogs are down, which you can drop, I don't think I can drop them on this. I haven't had a look. You've got no, your needle will go wherever you want it to go, backwards, forwards, or wherever, you know. I have done a free flow stitching video, little short, I think it was. It's further down, you know, in my I should put my stuff in playlists, really, so that people can look what they look, you know, if they want to search something. There's another one. That's lovely. Yep. Should we do this one? We'll do this one. This is a thicker one. I can tell these are thicker because, you know, I think the card, the actual what you call it, might be thicker. You know, the actual scrapbooking stuff. We'll do this one. Yeah, they're I like to just hold it like this, and I can not put my foot down, but turn real quick. You know, if I want to get it done fast, like, you know, it doesn't affect the stitch. The stitch is really good. You know, you tend not to get knotting with this one. If I use my other machine, you can guarantee it'll be knotted up underneath, or start whirring and gurring, and then you pull your work out and you've got a terrible stitch, you know. More temperamental, the electronic ones. You know, back to basics, that's what I say. And this is the most basic you can get, I suppose. Yeah, so there we go. I'm not going to do any more, guys, because this is 10 minutes, and I think 10 minutes of just watching me going round and round on here with the I mean, I'd love it. I love the sound of it anyway, but you know, it's probably a bit boring, a bit like watching paint dry. So there we go. Right, I've got a couple left to do. There's 3 there. I've done that one. Yeah, I'll finish those. So I've done a few. I think they've all worked out really nice. You know, all as nice as without changing the cottons, you know, because I was thinking I might have to change the cottons and stuff. But yeah, I think the gold thread looks okay on all of them. I haven't done these because I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I've got the other 2 here that I haven't actually decided if I want to chop or corner chomp or whatever yet with them. I'm just working with these at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is finish off my sewing with just these. Push the machine back, and then I'll come back on. We'll do the bling and the eyelets and stuff. Right then, be back soon, folks. Right, folks, I've got the tags all here that I've been sewing round. Got quite a few, to be fair, to be working on. I don't think I'm going to get all these done, but we'll just see how far we can get. What I'm going to do first, just get a few of these threads off. So we don't want them we don't want them hanging. And then decide what we want to put on them. I don't think I'm going to have to put a lot of decoration, because we've got quite a bit going on already, you know, on all the, you know, we've got a lot of sort of interest already, if you know what I mean. So hopefully I've just got to do a few little bits. What I've pulled out is my jewel tub, and I've got a few bits and bobs in here that I've already made up, and all I've done is pulled out ones I think will go with what I've got. Colours that I've got already, you know, like pinks, and maybe there's a few pearly ones here, you know, a few little dangly owls and things like that. So we'll just have a look and see what looks the best. So first of all, right, we'll have this one. Looks like plain enough, doesn't it? Right, looking at it myself, I think I need something in there, some kind of sticker, or it's not sticker, some word or quote. I've got words in here, and I've got a few, what they're called, a few sayings and quotes. These are from Pink Monarch. These are Tina's. Dream. I've got to work out, see what the colours. These are dictionary quotes. Special, objective. They might not fit, you know, they might be too big. I mean, it hasn't got to be a word, it can be a number. Just, it needs something. Vintage. That's it, I'll make it at an angle. And then maybe got Tim Holtz in here, a lot of Timmy Holtzy stuff. Now he's got a lot of vintagey bits and bobs, hasn't he? Right, we've got stamps. Do we want stamp? No. Or do we want one of these little taggy things? Right, let's have a look. What can we use? They don't go there, they go there. Right, so we can put that on, or that one. I think the first one looks the best. Yeah, we'll stick that on. You know, I could have put some clusters on here, or, because that was the plan. I'd got a few ideas. Actually, you know what? I am going to do a cluster. Let's pull out some of this stuff out of here quick before that dries. Get that on there like that. And then maybe some of this as well. And then I'm going to fray this. Pull off some of the thread. You know, pull them out. And the thing is, because that's fabric, I should have used what I call the big guns. This stuff here, the 3-in-1. But this has been exploding on me. You put it, you squeeze it out. I think it's something to do with the weather, and then it does like a volcano job on you. It'll start coming out the nib in a minute. It's the only one that does it. The other stuff don't do it. This don't do it, the Kalal. It's weird. And these, the tacky glues, I have been started to use these because I did find some of me, like my buttons and that weren't sticking. They were like popping off. Right, do we need anything else behind it, or do you think that's enough? I'm trying to get comfortable here. I think that might be enough. Right, so I'm going to use this to stick it on the card as well, because it's fabric. It's pretty good. You know, the Kalal glue is pretty good, I must admit, but I'm going to use that because And then on the top, I think, rather than go blingy, we'll go buttony. Maybe a couple of these little white buttons. I don't know, you know. Where should I put them though? That is the question. Should we have them on here, on the edge of there, like that? Or should we have them somewhere else? Should we have them up here? Quite like them up there actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right, let's have a look at this, see if this is going to work. There's not a lot left in here. That's why I've left it upside down. On the hopes that when I do need to use it, it'll just come out like that. Oh, and it's doing an explosion on me. Oh, I don't want too much. See, it's coming out real fast now. Right. No, we don't want all of you. Thank you very much. Right, which is the lid for which? See, that's doing an explosion. Nope. You're going back in. Now I've got to get rid of that. Right. Let's find some in here. Want my finger on. I've got a wipe here. Use that. Yeah, I'm not sure if like the tacky glue is like better than Kalau or what, but I'm not going to mess about with them buttons. It's supposed to dry clear, so we'll see what happens. They seem pretty, you know, stuck, as in not stuck dry, but they've gripped, you know. So there we go. So I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm going to put a dangle or a eyelet. I think what I'm going to do is make a top, you know, some kind of tag top with this same stuff as that, yeah, like on there like that. Right, I'm just going to leave that to dry now. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Right, so that's one down. Loads more to go. Right, let's put the lid on that before she does one on me. And that one. This is not too bad, you know, the collateral in this kind of lid, you know, needle top lid. Now, because this is pretty, Tim's a bit grungy. We don't want that. We have got some flowers here just popping out at me, and I just spotted some numbers. Well, not numbers. 5 cents. Big rose there. Yeah. I might put that on. And maybe these little white one there, maybe. Well, that's a bit blank there. Yeah, we don't want a bingo thing. Right, let's get a bit of ink on that so it's not as white. Same with this. Get a bit of the glare off it because it's printed on white paper. Yeah, so we'll have that. Right, I'm going to use this. It says painting is just another way of keeping a diary. And I think journal card making, tag making is the same because you can make your own little story up. And if you're sort of feeling a certain theme coming on, you can create yourself a little story. in effect. Diary, story, whatever. What's this one say? The book is always better. Oh, right, okay. Right, so now this one, I'm going to put a dangle. Fancy a dangle. That hasn't gone dark enough for my liking. So I think it needs a bit more help. I think my eyes were very good then when I was doing that. So what we'll have is, we'll get an eyelet going on. Right near the top. Because I've found when I do a dangle, it's hard if you've got one of them bulb things, if it isn't the right sort of depth, if you know what I mean, or you haven't got enough bits of chain on, they do look a bit, they don't dangle very good, you know, they dangle weird. Yeah, instead of using a gold, I'm going to go pink. Got pinky. These old ones, these are from my card making days. So I don't know if they're going to work with this crocodile. Yeah, they're not brilliant. They do tend to do this nasty, rough finish. But you know, it's not for a child to play with, is it? So that's okay. Right. Let's find a nice dangle now to go in there. Something with a bit of pink or white. And there's a few here, look. A nice little pink and lilac, and that's a big massive one, that is. Or just a little cute one like that. I mean, it's dark, it's got the blue, it's got like a blue leaf, which I think, you know, it's quite nice. I might change my mind and might do a different one, because these are on a black jump ring. You know, I don't know whether I like that, but I have got, not jump ring, what they called, bulb pin. There you are. That'll do. That'll do for now anyway. Right, we'll put that one there then at the back. We'll leave that there, in there, because that's handy for pulling out my eyelet things. Right, now we've got another one there. Now she looks a bit, her face is like, a bit tired. Now, because that's peach, that might look okay on there. I don't know. Should have been like cut though at the corner, and it's going to spoil it, innit? Because I've sewn it and cut, so I don't think that's going to quite cut the mark. Tell you what, yeah, I might have dropped lucky there. I have got this is quite nice as well. It's not quite as intense, so it doesn't like stick out enough, if you know what I mean. Not very visible. So look at this. I haven't used this. I think this was in a thingy shop. You know, a charity shop, and I've just picked them up. There was a couple of reels. I thought, oh, I'll have them. Ooh, right, it's got sticky on the back, look. Already there. Right, shall we use this then? I'm going to try it anyway. Have a look. See what it's like. Might have to go back in with some better glue, you know, if I'm not happy with the stickability. Right, I could do some buttons now, couldn't I? Or got some. They're sort of like dark buttons, aren't they? They're not very pastel-y, not pastel enough. These are bigger ones. I have got other buttons, but they're all in a different box under my bed. I don't really want to be trundling off in your bedroom, pulling out all the stuff. I wanted to sort of use what I've got, really. Don't know whether I like them. does that look too silly? Right, I'm going to leave them out because they might come in for something else. But what we could use is a bit of bling, eh? A bit of bling. Put on there. Now this will need some glue. I don't want to use that tacky glue because I think that's going to be too blobby. I just realised I'm probably out of frame. If I come too near down here, I'm not in frame. Right, let's just get that out of the way. Maybe if she has a few pools around her, it might cheer her up. Well, miserable. Is that too much? That I'm overdoing it a bit. Right, let's do something on here. Maybe a scroll or something. I've got some scrolls here. I've got some words as well. Smile, dream, hope, believe. Yeah, believe, smile. I should put smile, shouldn't I? Because she's not smiling. Perhaps she's dreaming. Yeah, I see. I'll put dream because she looks like she's not really with it. Dream. Put that there. Right, that's going to work on this. Don't know whether it's the right width, you know, because the ends are sort of hanging off, if you know what I mean. Soon find out. It's quite good. The VersaFine, quite a good ink. Let's pop that lid on. Yeah, doesn't really, can't really see what it says. It says like ream. Supposed to say dream. Oh well. It is what it is. It'll have to do. But what I'll do is put a scroll or two around thereabouts. Tell you what, we'll do a bit of script across there. So let's get a bit of script going on. Which way is it up? I'll make sure I've got the words the right way around. Otherwise it doesn't really matter, does it? I shouldn't have done it like that because I've got ink on the block now. Should have done it the other way, put the ink, put the pad to that instead. There's a little bit left on, so I don't think it's working with this thing. I think this is too soft. Let's have a look. Let's get it out of the way. Yeah, that's worked a bit better. It's not as nice as me other ones, I don't think, but I'm not too fussed because I can come back and go back to it, you know, rework it. Right, I think I'm feeling a nice long don't know, like a nice brown one. Or a green one, nice green. There's a nice one there, look. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's do the eyelet. But on this one, I want a brown eyelet. I don't want to get that out of the way. browny, this sort of colour. Do I want that colour? These ones I've done myself. Look, I've coloured them in with a metallic marker. They're just the gold eyelets that you buy, the cheap ones. And I've just coloured it with a marker, with a gold, and these, look, I've done that one as well. That one. Actually, no, tell a lie. That's two. Right, that's a normal one, look. But yeah, some of them I have coloured. You know, but these, is this one that I've coloured or not? Or is that two? Yeah, it is two. They get stuck inside each other because some of them are smaller, you see, than others. Right, so which colour shall I have? That one, I think. Yeah, these are eyelets I've bought. You know, these ones, obviously. But then I've come across like a pack of cheap normal eyelets, you know, in a charity shop. I thought I'll have them cheap. And I just colour them if I want different colour. You know, like with the metallic markers. Oh, look what I've done. I've done it upside down. Oh, tell you what, it's getting late. And yes, my brain isn't working right. I'm going to have to get that off now. Carefully. And try and put another one on without wrecking it. Now we're going to do that. Or shall I just leave it and just pop that on there like that? Or get a brad to hide it. We got a brown brad. I might have, and then again I might not. Because all these brads are like just pastels, you know. I have coloured a few of them. Tell you what, he's going in there because he's got a bit of green. He's going in there like that. And yeah, your legs might have to need to be twisted a bit or cut. But yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a accident diverted. I could put something on the back there if I wanted to, like a sticker or, you know, what you call it, circle. But yeah, that's diverted, that one. Right, what else do we want on here? We want something up here, don't we? Right, I'm going to have to go into my box, I think, my tin box. My timmy box, because they're like these sort of colours, browns and greens. Maybe a stamp. Maybe what I could do is like a bunch of things, like something jumps out at me. Quite like that. Look, that one. There we go. Well, I knew there was like a few letters, like postcardy type things. I thought, yeah, they'll look nice. Like that. A bunch of three. They always look nice. Things in threes. want something down here. I'm not sure what. Special delivery. Maybe one that's not quite so big. I know there's a few different sizes of this. Maybe I've used it already in a different journal or different tags. Maybe one of these, eh? These number things, house numbers or whatever they are. I think some of them are house numbers. London 1884. I'll do it at an angle. Right, there's another one then. Right, there we go. Right, this is a big one. This will be a bookmark. So all I want on here is just a eyelet at the top here, as close to the top as I can possibly get, so that the dangle can go over your book, if you know what I mean. Make sure I put it the right way round this time instead of back to front. Now I do want purple one to match that flower. And what kind of dangle? What a long one really, the knife. It's going over a book. Probably a bit longer than that, to be fair. These seem a bit little to be, you know. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so that's purple. So I could do with either silver eyelet. Is that silver? Yes, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Thank you very much. Right, I don't know where this has come from. Is this one that I've coloured? Because he looks a bit on the wide side, you know. Like big, massive, wide one. Is that going to work? Make sure I put it on the right way this time. Yeah, that's what I was trying to... Because that's wide, it's a big opening. It's going to take some getting on there. See what I mean? Right, so I'm going to have to like manipulate the card a little bit. There we go. Right, so that's... Oh, hello. What do you want? You're on the camera now, mate. I know what you want to do. You want to go on the chair, don't you? Come on, you've got to get down. He's a big boy. Come on. Go on then. Go back on you. Go on, back over there. Back on your little table. I knew it was a bad idea putting his... Because I've moved my room round, because I've brought this desk into the living room. I've had to move his scratching post, you know. And of course it's... I'll put it right at the side of me. Right, I need a gourd. A gourd that is the right colour. Right, where's my gourds? They're in here. Here we go. These are all the silver ones. I bunched them all up into, like, you know, all the silvers, all the golds, and, you know, antique golds and blacks. You know, easier, so I can just grab them rather than sift through all the... Because they do link into each other sometimes. They're annoying. Yeah, there we go. Right, that'll do for that. Could do with having a few jump rings, which I have got, but they're in my other jewellery box. So I might dig those out so that it's a bit more dangly, you know. And because it's going to be a bookmark, tell you what we'll have. We'll have one of these out the Good Book collection. One of these little tags here. Right, let's find. Let's put them in my hand so I haven't got to keep picking them up off the deck. I'll put them in my hand and just sift through. Paper Love. Three of them, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. Put them in a row. There we go, that'll do. Right, they are. A bit plain, but not, you know, like, but I don't think we need to do anything else to that really, because, you know, it's all there, isn't it? I'll probably go over that again with a bit more ink a bit later when... Right, how many have I done? Done quite a few. Right, what we got here? We got a bike and we got a couple of stamps, an acorn and an upside down mushroom. Because it should have been that way around, I suppose, but never mind. And then we've got this one, that's a parlophone, Victor parlophone or gramophone or whatever it's called. An old fashioned clock. So right, so this is vintagey, isn't it? You know. There's not a lot really I can get on there. This one is quite plain. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put some text here. Let's see if this text prints better this time. Didn't last time. As it was me. Press there, that's better. A bit blurred because I've squished it a bit too much, I think. And then what I'm going to do around the edge is the pattern again. Put on the sort of bit every now and then. One there. And I'll use the other side up here. If there's any ink left on it. Yeah. Maybe another one in the middle. I'm doing it the wrong way again, aren't I? I'm doing it. Should be the other way. Right, not going to go too mad with that. Right. Dangle. Again. Brown one. Little brown one there, like that. Or that one. Oh, it's got green in it. Or there's that one. That one's got a pearl on it. Believe it or not, this was off an earring. Because a lady I bought a load of jewellery making stuff off. There was already a few things that she'd made. And, you know, they're not my sort of thing, really. These kind of dangles, not that long anyway. I like the odd little pearl dangle, but not big, massive dangly ones. Yeah, I could put that there. So it's a similar flower, to be honest. Similar look, maybe. Yeah, but it needs to go on a gourd. Right, I'll keep that out. But I don't know whether I like that in the middle there. Might take that off. Let's get my pliers. Because it looks like an eyeball. I don't know, it doesn't look right to me. It's probably why I didn't like them as earrings. Right, let's get that off. See if it looks better. Yeah, that's better. That'll do. Right. I haven't got a board hanging about colour, so let's get one off here. I'm just going to use one. I mean, I could use a staple, not a staple, a paper clip for the bookmark. Right, I have to make sure that some of these little rings here, these jump rings, are like closed, because otherwise, you know, the gourd's going to slip through, isn't it? Right, so eyelet again. I should just leave these boxes out, really, shouldn't I? So I don't have to keep grabbing them all the time. What colour? Magnetised. What colour? Eyelet. So that's like an antique bronze colour, which is that one. We reckon? Yeah, that'll do. It's like a brown, like a a darkish brown. Should we have it that side, and that'll cover that silly Bird Street Litchfield word? Well, it's not silly, it's just because it's going that way. You know, down the page rather than across. Done it the right way this time. So that can go there, like that. I could do with something down here really. Don't know what. Could have a clock. Have a look. Poke that in there like that, and then maybe have something on the top to cover the fact that it's a little tag. You know, don't really want it. I want something the right colour. I don't want pinks. I don't want a bingo card, that's for sure. Right, Timmy Tub. Right, I want something darkish, Tim. What's this here? Oh, boot buttons. Yeah, should we have that? Or should we have one of these hand things pointing to the time? Like that. Nah. There's a time and a place for pointing. Big pointy fingers. The big butterfly here. Or moth or whatever it is. That's massive. That does look alright on there though, but I made one of these weird pictures. Some of these pictures, they crease me. Some of the people on them, I don't know, some of the faces, you know. Some of them are quite strange. I think I'm just going to go for that. First thing I picked up. I want something else now at the top though. Actually, I quite like that there. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, that'll do. Tell you what I'm going to do. It says in there boot buttons, right? Boot buttons. So I'm just looking at these buttons, but obviously they're not like brown. I wonder if I've got a brown button. Wonder. A small. I don't want a big brown button. Like that. Big massive one there. Might have one in here. Could do with being brown really, to be honest. Not. And I've got black. Well, grey, like bluey grey colour, but not brown. Got a brown one in there. Oh, wait. I think it's time I went to bed. I'm getting a bit clumsy. I'm going to come back. Yeah, because I need to tidy up, and I think it's bedtime. Me brain's not focusing on what I want to do really. See, I can't even undo that pin. And this is probably, the video's probably been going on too long anyway now. Right. And I do need to get some different jump rings to dangle that down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is put a couple of buttons on there. When I find some, I'll get some brown buttons out of the other tub. And then I can't even pick up the scraps. My fingers have stopped working as well. And tidy up. Get rid of all this stuff. Let's just pull in the ones that we've done, and then tomorrow I shall come back on and I'll have a look at what we've got so far. Have a look at what needs to be because you can have when you've got another fresh look at something, it makes you see. I don't think that's enough on there. It's too big a card for such a small thing, but it was the only one I could find in here. But I have got other stuff that I can maybe, different colours, different coloured things. Yeah, that was one that wasn't really. Yeah, so I've got to find something else to pimp her up. So yeah, I ain't done too bad considering. It's not. We got that little one. So I thought I was on a roll when I was doing that. I thought, oh yeah, that's come together quick. I thought I'm going to get quite a few done here. Let's move all these over and then pull that one down. That one's not too bad. So I think that one's okay. He's alright, I just want to put a couple of buttons on. That's okay. Just this one and this one need something else. So out of, I've got half of them done. But then we've got these few left. So they won't need a fat lot doing. That one will just want a little something on. Same with that one. I wasn't sure about that, was I? Couldn't think of what to do on that one. Then these two. He's okay. It won't need much, and that one's the same. Yeah, so I think I've done okay so far. Right. I'm gonna get off anyway. Time for my bed. Got do a bit of a tidying up though first before I get off to bed, because I can't leave all this like this. Because my cat here is fast asleep. He'll be having a field day. He'll be jumping on here, knocking all these off. Right. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you again real soon.